so now you recite a mantra, or so you do any kind of prayer or circumambulation or any related to Dharma. When you do it, don't do partially. Do it full. You know. If you don't do, don't do. It's okay, you don't do. If you do it with wholehearted, full concentration on. Then the quality. Then this becomes your habit. Then you accomplish a lot. Even just doing one prayer, for example, if you do, for example, this prayer, for example, this generated Maya and refuge, when you do it with full, you jump in. If you don't do it half, then you don't get it. The many people nowadays, good thing is that you gain a lot of access to Dharma, right? Lots of teachers coming, and it's like the spiritual supermarket open, you know. So it's very good. It's very good you have this access, you know. But now this time is to go deeper, not on the surface. Then you receive. Then your head is full. You know, head is full. Completely full, huh? Then head is full. Then there's also danger. And you say, oh, this teaching coming. Oh, I know this. I know this. You don't know this. Oh, I know this. Oh, I know this. But in reality, you know nothing. All these are copy. Huh? I used to say copy and paste. It doesn't help you, your mind. You know. So now, important thing, very, very important thing is you do it. To do the meditation or whatever, no need to. This subject matter has to be very profound and deep, something like that. No, whatever you're doing is even just very simple, like a prayer. You know. To really it touch to your heart, to become very transformative, to really moves your heart, you know, it shakes your core being. No need to be very big and profound, just one prayer. If you do this prayer wholeheartedly, if you do this prayer, you jump yourself without any doubt, fully jump in. Then you see the difference, you know. You see. So here, the reason I'm saying is prayer and generally Mahana refuge. Here, with the wish to free opinions, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, until I reach to full enlightenment. Then Nama Guru, Nama Buddha, Nama Dhamma, Nama Sangha. So you do this with a full concentration. Full concentration. If you do it, all the practice contains in it. Even the Heart Sutra is in it. You know? So here, to be successful, to taste the Dharma, not only to see, to feel and be it is very important. Feel and be. No? So, for this, how to do it, you see, here from this practice, even you do this refuge prayer, you feel like, always feel, first fundamental thing is, whenever you engage in your practice, your perception towards you is the fundamental spiritual basis. Fundamental spiritual basis. Your perception towards you. Your opinion towards you is more important than the opinion of other people to you, about you. Your opinion towards you, your perception towards you. That's why Buddha says that. That's why Buddha first, when he the pronounced, Mahayana scripture, he taught such a matter with nature. So this changes the view towards oneself. This is fundamental. Then with this, you say, you are pure. Not only you, everybody is pure. And not only pure, they have the potential to become a Buddha. They have the potential to be a light. So this perception changes everything. Okay, then it gives hope, it gives possibility, it gives possibility to changing. So this, so for this, that's what I say. When you refuge, starting the Mahayana refuge, don't take it. Small, cheap practice, huh? No, this refuge practice, First of all, when you say refuge is a gateway to enter into the path to liberation. Do you feel that when you practice refuge? Do you feel you enter into the path to liberation? Do you feel it? When you 皈依的时候，你有没有感觉？你已经投入在那个Yeah. So this feeling is very important. So all this practice has to be feel. 不是嘴巴念一念一念，嘴巴念一念一念一念，不是这样做。所以在这里要，比如说这Mahayana refuge, you feel that what you are saying and with the wish to pure all things, I shall always go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Here, Anand, Namo Buddha, Namo Buddha, Namo Dhammaya. In order to feel this intensely, immensely, feel it, so what you need to do is, you see, you reflect first to you. First, you reflect to your basic sanity. I'm pure. I make a mistake. But my fundamental nature is pure. So this pure nature, you bring it, and then become manifest into a guru. If you have guru, manifest into a guru. At your heart, your guru at your heart. Before you do this prayer, it is guru at your heart. Guru is whom? Guru comes from where? Your pure inner guru, your pure nature, pure mind, your inner guru, then appear in the aspect of your outer guru. Whatever the Lamas said, the ages that you can normally communicate. So appear here. After this, then you think of all your dear and near one around you, and then all the sentient being. You understand? After thinking this, then your mind, after thinking that, then your mind focus to the Guru. Mind focus to the Guru, And then you recite the prayer. Prayer with a wish to free all beings. You think all beings this. With a wish to free all beings because they are suffering. I should always go for refuge to the Buddha. When you say Buddha, you are Buddha. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. You are very concentrated on one object. Nothing. Very simple, you see. Concentrated, fully concentrated. Then, until I achieve enlightenment, right? Then with that, then you say Namo Guru Be. When you say Namo Guru Be, you are focusing to the Guru at your heart, which is the manifestation of your inner Guru. As you say Namo Guru Be. Oh, Guru, you are my Guru. Please give me the blessing. When you say Namo Guru Be, you have to acknowledging, okay? Acknowledge it. Don't take it as ground. You acknowledge. So that's a meditation. Acknowledging Guru. You are my Guru, so please bless me. When you say Namo Buddhaya, again you are focused to the Guru. Acknowledge the Guru. Guru, you are not only Guru, you are also my Buddha too. When you say, when you talk to the Guru saying, you are Buddha, so in your mind, what do you think? When I say you are Buddha, what does that mean? I mean, you are free from all the limitations, all the confusions. You are free from all the suffering and the cause of suffering. You are free from all obscuration. And you are possessed all the qualities. You are possessing unconditional love, compassion, wisdom, power, everything. So when you say Guru, you are the Buddha. So in your mind, when you say you are Buddha, you have to think this. You are Buddha. Why? Because you are free from all the limitation and perfected with all the quality. In your mind, you have to bring this up. So addressing Guru, focusing Guru, addressing Guru, you are the Buddha. So this is how if you see the Guru as a Buddha, at that moment you receive the blessing as received from Buddha. So all subjective, not on the object. Everything is, whatever you gain, it's on how you look at it. So you say Guru, like this, you say, Namo Guru Be. When at that time you're focusing. Then Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, right? So when you say Namo Dhammaya, you also focus your mind continuously to the Guru, saying that Guru, you are the Dharma. You are the Dharma. When you say you are the Dharma, what are you saying? You feel like, because you are the great compassion, unconditional love. You are the Buddhisiddha. You are the wisdom. You are the realization of all the Buddha. So you are Dharma. You see in your mind, you address to the Guru, acknowledge to the Guru. Guru, you are Dharma. So you are Dharma. So what? I want to achieve that Dharma. I want to experience that. Then after that, what do you recite? You are the Sangha, right? Namo Guru, Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sanghaya. When you say Namo Sanghaya, Sangha means Gindu. Sangha means someone 24 hours dedicated his time and energy towards the liberation. The working towards liberation. Someone working towards liberation. Meaning that dedicated his entire life working on the light, towards the light. So that when you say Guru, so everything is focused on Guru. So Guru, you are the Sangha, because you have been dedicated your whole life towards achieving enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So you are the Sangha. You understand? So you everything focused here. Then after you reciting these 3 times, and every time you think the same thing. Focus to the same object, think the same thing. Then eventually, after 3 times, you feel like in your mind you think, so for me, you are the everything. You are my ultimate object of refuge. 除了你以外，我什么都没有。You are the only one. 我也不需要 I also don't need anyone. So in this way, you let yourself in a very good hand. In a very good hand. So you are not alone. You are together with the Guru, who is the 3 jewels. You understand? So in that, so if you do that, when you do prayer like this, if you do that, you are doing the meditation. It's not preliminary practice. You are already in. Then you feel. You will feel. This is a meditation, analytical meditation, single point meditation too. So when you do this, if you feel like you are on the head, it brings you more towards the heart. Then it's not dry or it's juicy. So this, so if you with this kind of practice, you do every single what you are doing, you do with this practice. The other commitment, if you are busy, you have no choice, right? You have to finish it. So it's okay. It's okay. But not okay, but okay lah. Yeah, so you have to do. But normally, you have to have your 养成习惯好的, at least half an hour, fully dedicated. Don't do the half an 20%, 10%, 50%, no, 100% in one day. If you do 10 minutes, it's okay, it doesn't matter. But in that, you 全心全意地投入, 100%. Just be in and then be yourself. So in that period, you just forget about everything, everything. Say chow chow, so 投入整个的投入，okay, I'm taking time, but I have to say it. Then you feel it. Start, to feel something, So then, okay, you want to not 社会叫你做，你的内心within yourself it urge you to do because it's so blissful, so amazing, Then you feel like, oh, it's a miracle. Okay, then you just withdraw together. So if you do like this, then you really become really your guru likes you, your guru 也很喜欢哦，很开心。
Sorry, one very quick question. From what I'm hearing, it seems that when we do take refuge in that manner, it doesn't matter whether the guru is dead or alive.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You see, it doesn't matter. Guru is beyond time and space. Beyond time and space. Distance doesn't make any difference. You see? It doesn't matter he's alive or he's passed away. This is just mere dualistic appearance. It's a dualistic appearance. It comes and goes and comes and goes. But real guru, there's no notion of coming and going. It's always there. Always there. Just his appearance dissolved. His emanation dissolved. The Dharmakaya, all the time. In Dharmakaya, there is no notion of birth and death. This Dharmakaya like space, right? There is no notion of coming and going. It's constantly there. So this doesn't matter. So what you're seeing is the way that this is the manifestation of the Guru, not the real Guru. But for us, in order to communicate with the Guru, we need to have a form, to communicate. Otherwise, we cannot see it, we cannot touch it. That's the representative of the Guru. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. The point, it doesn't matter. It's whenever you think, wherever you think, whenever you think, he's there. He's there. This is yeah. Especially when as you understand the reality, emptiness, then it's become very clear. But for the time being, yes. Yeah, for example, for me, my own experience. When I first time the Rinpoche, I always feel most of the time I'm with Rinpoche, but some cases he asked me he sent me somewhere or to something, I will always feel, doesn't feel he's not with me far away in Taiwan or I'm here in Singapore. I doesn't feel like this. So when it's like, because I always feel he's just a reflection of my inner purity. He's just the reflection of all my inner purity. He's just the mirror of my the inner quality. As a very good role model. So anyway, so then from the last time but even normally I feel like this, but for his physical appearance, normally it doesn't matter the appearance with the power. No, he is already at my heart. Even though I have that strong feeling that August 17, I think, then I came here, the Rinpoche said, now he wants to go back to Sera. Go back to Sera. Buy the ticket, go back to Sera. So you go to Singapore to get the visa, Indian visa. You get Indian visa. Because I have to go to the Rinpoche. I don't have a visa. I'm holding an American passport. So I need to get a visa. They don't issue in Taiwan because they don't have proper Indian embassy. So I come here to get the Indian visa. And then when I'm about to, I think Friday I'm supposed to go back. Friday I have to supposed to go back. I told him I'm coming back on Friday. but I couldn't get the flight ticket straight to Taiwan. So we sorted out. Then when I told the Rinpoche that I cannot come in on Friday, I told the attendant, Tembi, and another, I cannot come back on Friday. The Tembi told me, well, Rinpoche is saying that you are supposed to come back on Friday. But Rinpoche a bit not happy, apparently. Oh, why is it not Friday? And then I called another attendant, Jessica, after the tell Rinpoche, I can't make it on Friday because there's no direct flight. But somehow she said, oh, it's better you come Friday. So then I tried to figure out, because in the afternoon, after 2, there's no direct flight. So then I have to do something. Then we fly to Hong Kong, and then from Hong Kong there's a flight to Taiwan at night. So I reached around 1 o'clock Friday night, which is Saturday night, right? Saturday morning, right? So then I take the taxi to go to the house, Yangshan. And then when I reached there, I tried to go inside to see Rinpoche still. No, he's in Shoshi. And then next morning, early morning, I went to see Rinpoche. So when early morning see Rinpoche, then when I sit down, then Rinpoche telling me that, oh, now he's going to leave about within 2 weeks. He's going to leave. Wow, a big disaster. Wow, catastrophic, shaking everything. Then cry, normally. Then it's really become panic. So I didn't expect, So then I didn't think that I cried so loudly. Even the people in the dining, sitting room, they all hear. They all told me. So you see. So then, when Rinpoche told me, you have to be very strong. Then all these years I've been training you to be your own master. Now is the time you have to reflect on it. Then told me the story about this, how the Marpa told Milarepa, how the Tijan Rinpoche's Rinpoche told his assistant, and all these many stories, So it has to be like this, to be strong. Then, so after then my immediate response when Rinpoche said this, I can't speak, speechless, a bit catastrophic, It's almost, then cry. After that, then response is, what I said is, there's no formality. Please, for the sake of sentient beings and Buddhahood, please remain forever. There's no, it doesn't count. The natural feelings or Rinpoche, that's what I normally feel. Rinpoche, you have to dedicate work so hard, tirelessly, entire life for helping others, give you teaching, and all these things I have seen. So please stay 2-3 years to take for your time to have a holiday, This comes in this immediate response. So, wow, then after this, then I come out, Rinpoche mentioned all these things, the story and advice, then I come out, and then be attendant and just got there, wow, you cry so loudly. It's okay, I have no choice, it's not my choice. So then I come, after that, 2 days later, then I feel like, then I went through all these challenges. So meet Dalai Lama, when I meet Dalai Lama, the Rinpoche asked me to tell on behalf of Rinpoche, because he's weak, a bit manifested, he's manifesting weak voice, Normally Rinpoche don't speak that loud, right? Low, don't speak that much. Even he speak very soft, gentle. And then in addition to it, because of manifestation of illness, the voice is much lower. So he asked me to tell Dalai Lama, 5 tones. So I have to memorize all these 5 tones and make sure So then, we went to Delhi, and then I explained all these things to Dalai Lama in front of Rinpoche and all the other, And then Dalai Lama also told many things that we never mentioned. As you have seen this, right? And this, very striking. Wow. So you see, he mentioned like this. Oh, okay. We don't have time. Why I'm saying this? Yeah. Okay. After that, then I have to went through, come back to Sarah, and then all the people, the lamas come to see Rinpoche, and then the Rinpoche said, stop singing, Then you go through all these things. I'm being able to really remember very strong, even at the time of the fast, not any small kind of this the feeling of separation, no at all. Instead, it's become more stronger, much more stronger. Very strong. Feel like that dissolves into myself. Feel like dissolves into myself. So then it gives a lot of strength, Oh, it's more stronger than before. So my point of saying is, normally if you feel like this, even though I've seen that, still I cry, But after that, then it always. So many people ask, do you miss Rinpoche? I say, no, I don't miss at all, because I always feel. Always feel the guidance, inspirations, and all this. So but from another point of view, of course, yeah. So anyway, from this, you don't think, just explain. You think in your mind, just explain. With the wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until I reach full enlightenment. 41 now, page 41. Yeah, it's to see the Guru as a Buddha. It's one way is quite difficult to see, but another way very easy to see it. For me, how to see? One of the very good reason, another reason to see Guru as a Buddha, how to see? You don't force. I have to see this. I can't see this. I have to see this. Then there's an inner conflict, emotional conflict, quite difficult. So you must come up with that, because right now, because of our limitation, we can't see things very clearly. We need to rely on reason and logic. Otherwise, it's very difficult, right? You can't put. So for me, one of the reasons is that, okay, there's infinite Buddha. There's many Buddha, right? Infinite Buddha. Not just Shakyamuni Buddha. There's infinite Buddha. So all of the Buddha, what they dedicated, before they become a Buddha, what their motivation? Their motivation is they want to become a Buddha, meaning that I want to fully awaken so I can help other sentient beings. Right? That's the motivation. All the Buddha, they develop love and compassion to benefit other sentient beings all the time. And then, on that motivation, then they develop love, compassion, and then they train themselves towards the path to Buddha in 6 perfections. 3 countless eons. They work so hard towards to become a Buddha, right? For what? For the sake of sentient people, helping sentient people. And then, finally, they achieved Buddha. Right? So when they achieved Buddha, then what they do? Then, what they do, they don't they get married and have a family small, and then work for the family and like this, right? So what they do? After achieving Buddha, what they do? Oh, there's nothing to do, relax. No? So what they do? As a Buddha is very dynamic, very engaging to the point that 24 hours engaging. So engaging what? Just as they motivated to help sentient beings, to help all the sentient beings, right? So then that means that all this Buddha achieved, even the Buddha, they are working towards sentient being. That means that they are working towards me too, right? So when they can help me, when I'm the animal, even they come to help me, I'm not, my mind is dumb. he can't help that much, right? Then when I'm born as a human being, if I'm born as a non-believer, it's very hard for them. But when is a suitable time, they can help me now. You know, I'm a little married, I'm a human being, I have a little bit faith, devotion to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. My mind is quite receptive. Now, if Buddha really help, this is the time. This is the time that Buddha can help. So all the Buddha must be helping me. So when the who touches your heart now? So only the Guru, right? Besides that, so all the Buddha must be working now, helping us, help us, right? It already. So who is directly? So this helps a lot. Otherwise, I'm not. All this Buddha, they're helping me. So through this, the Guru. But this for me, this is one of the very effective logic reason to see. You know? Yeah, anyway, this is just, it's not the part of the package this morning. Anyway, it just comes. So the Heart Sutra, also the Heart Sutra. So that. So the heart. Then Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra, there is consists by three, I said yesterday: title, paying homage, and main body. And we finished the title, paying homage, and we reached main body. Within main body, there are two: common background history to the Heart Sutra, and uncommon background history to the Heart Sutra. So, after uncommon background to the Heart Sutra, then the main discourse of the Heart Sutra, Heart Sutra is consisted by 4 points, right? I explained the question raised by the what? The question raised by the Ramashariputra. To whom? To our Lord Ishvara. Then the second one, the answer given by the our Lord Ishvara to Shariputra. And third one is the approval, right? You have to engage with me, huh? You have to engage with me. So the third one is approval of the answer given by the Avalokiteshvara, by approved by Buddha, right? Third. And fourth one, the follower pleased with the answer and the question and answer and approved by the Buddha, and they are very pleased. And then they take this to the heart. You say it's 4, right? So this you must always remember. Don't always remember this. Then you have a spiritual fire. Always remember these 4 lines. And you never get lost. You never. So if you have these 4 lines at your heart, you have the Heart Sutra at your heart. You have the Heart Sutra at your heart. So when you read Heart Sutra, you can easily understand and reflect and meditate. So the first is what the question raised about Avalokiteshvara, from where? So when you read, so we do Sharif. So this question raised by Shariputra and answer given by Avalokiteshvara. Is question and answer raised on their own accord? No. It's blessed Buddha through his meditation on emptiness. Buddha blessed the mind of the Shariputra and Avalokiteshvara. Buddha blessed their mind. So Buddha influenced through his power, inspires Shariputra to raise that question. And then when raised that question, Buddha was inspired Avalokiteshvara's mental continuum to inspire them to give the answer. So this both the question and answer is actually not the words of the Shariputra or the Avalokiteshvara, it's the words of Buddha. Because through the force of Buddha's blessing and power, inspiration, the question and answer comes up. If not, normally it's not ordinary. Blessed question and answer, inspired by the Buddha, fully awakened one. Otherwise, normal is what? Normal you raise question, You raise question, and another gives answer, you are not satisfied. Give another answer, there's a 4, 5, 6 question arise. Then keep going on back and forth. It never settles, right? Never satisfies. Because of Buddha, Buddha inspired and Buddha approved. Finally, that's why all the people are satisfied with the question and answer. So they're very happy, all the community, happy, satisfied. All of the question, because that is the question of, not the Shariputra question. That is the Buddha, no, that is the question of all the suffering sentient beings. That's the question, one question. Buddha knows that this is a question of all sentient beings. Particularly, the question of all the great community of Sangha and the Bodhisattva, they all have that question in their mind. Buddha knows this. So Buddha deliberately, through the power of his blessing, deliberately let the Shariputra to ask this question in front of all the gathering, So that's why this Buddha's word, Yes. So so the question starts from where? Shariputra's question. So there are 4 parts. First is question raised by Shariputra. Where? They are through the Buddha's inspiration. That means through the Buddha's blessing. Blessing the mental continuum of the Shariputra and Avalokiteshvara. The Venerable Shariputra spoke to the noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and said, how should any noble son train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? That is the question raised by the Shariputra up to here, this part. So when you say, how should noble son, and then you have to add noble daughter too, So here, how should any noble son or daughter train who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Okay. So here, profound, first asking, practice of the profound perfection of wisdom. So what is the profound perfection of wisdom? Right? They're asking question how to practice this, right? So this profound is what? Is the meditation on emptiness. Meditation on emptiness. The wisdom realizing emptiness. This is the profound perfection of wisdom. First, 你记得这个profound perfection of wisdom refers to what? Which mind? Wisdom realizing emptiness. Also called wisdom realizing ultimate reality of all the phenomena. 先你记得这个，智慧了解空性，那个叫profound perfection of wisdom。所以 so why this called profound perfection? What is profound perfection of wisdom? This wisdom, why it's called profound perfection wisdom? The first, why it's called profound? Wisdom realizing emptiness, why it's called profound? Because this emptiness is very difficult to understand. Very difficult, very difficult to understand. But when you understand, then you are liberated. You are liberated. You get the freedom. You get the freedom. So that's why it's called profound. You understand? It's called profound. Then why it's called profound? Perfection. Perfection, right? Perfection, because when you have this wisdom, it leads you towards your perfection. You know? It leads you towards perfection. The perfection leads you towards the perfection. Which one is your perfection? Your true nature of your consciousness, your mind. That's the perfection. So this wisdom leads you towards that perfection. You understand? That's why it's called perfection. Profound perfection. So here it's called wisdom, shira. Shira means, here shira means actually the supreme wisdom. Normally actually, not just wisdom, supreme wisdom. That is the final ultimate wisdom. Beyond it, there is no other wisdom. That is the ultimate, the final wisdom. Because when you have this, you know everything. So nothing left behind unknown. You know? So this Tibetan Shirap, ultimate wisdom. Actually it's called, that's why the wisdom realizing emptiness is also called wisdom realizing and ultimate nature of all the reality. So Shariputra asked this question, to Avalokiteshvara, how to practice it. So Shariputra asked this question. He indirectly asked this question: how to practice this on the 5 paths I told you, 5 paths, right? Path of seeing, you engaging with me, path of accumulation and path of preparation, Then third, part of seeing. And then the fourth, part of meditation. And the fifth, normal learning. So what Shariputra asking is, how to practice this professional wisdom sutra? First question is how to practice it. To the Shariputra asking to the Avalokiteshvara on the path of first accumulation, how to practice it. Because you will go step by step, right? So how to practice this on the path of accumulation, how to practice it. So, first, before I give the explain this. So this is part of perfection. So I need to explain a little bit about emptiness because it's all about emptiness. So if I don't explain you a little bit about emptiness, then you're lost. So here emptiness, Jida, you might have heard a lot about it, all the time. And then emptiness, So here emptiness was, you must understand that I always used to say that, emptiness, 虚拟的，空性，对不对？空性，when you say emptiness, does that mean non-existent? I does not exist, and the Buddha does not exist, and path does not exist, samsara does not exist, nirvana does not exist, my wife does not exist, and Lord, this doesn't exist, it's empty. No, that doesn't mean that. If that, then you don't need to struggle. You don't need to search the path. Because suffering doesn't exist, and happiness doesn't exist, and path doesn't exist, right? So no point. Doesn't mean, no, that's extreme. Doesn't mean that. First you realize it. Doesn't mean that nothing exists. Here, so emptiness, what does it really mean? First you have no emptiness, 空性. Empty of what? This first step towards realizing emptiness is to know empty of what? 空性，了解空性呢？空性的意思不是什么都不存在的，空性，什么空的空？你要了解空性的话，第一个你要了解的话，空什么空？Empty of what? So, we are familiar with the word emptiness, okay? Familiar with many of our activities in our life. We say, 我没钱了，我空空了，对不对？这个那时候你说什么？什么空啊？你钱包是空的，意思是什么？什么没有？就是我们说是钱没有，对不对？没有钱，对不对？除了这个，我们没有we say that's just empty of this. Then, when we say, my stomach is empty, I have no energy, my stomach is empty, first 我要吃东西咯，对不对？ So, here when you say, my stomach is empty, we are not empty of something. We are not talking about empty of money, right? We are not talking about empty of things. We are talking specifically, we are talking about empty of what? Food. You understand? Empty of food, that's it. So, now when we say this house is empty, when we say this house is empty, so we are talking about empty of what?
People.
Oh, empty of people. Empty of things, the things, right? People, right? Empty of this. No, we are not talking about empty of nothing, no window, we are not talking about empty of paper, things, right? So the same thing, exactly the same thing. When we say, Buddha said, emptiness. So empty of what? What that Buddha talking about? Is empty of money? No. Empty of food? No. Empty of people? No. So empty of what? Empty of, let's say, inherent existence of me. Empty of lack of intrinsic existence of me. Absence of substantially existent of me. Substantially. Empty of independently existent of me. Empty of autonomous existence of me. So those are the same. We talk about the same thing. So me, when I say this kind of me, inherent existence of me, autonomic existence of me, very solid, substantial existence of me. So for sure 的不存在的就是这个 empty of this inherent existence. So inherent existence of me, 你说 in order to say inherent existence of me, exist or not, first you must identify inherent existence of me, right? Otherwise, how you say exist or not exist? Right? But don't take this, don't say it, because on the scripture it said, many teachers say it, so I repeat after them. And then you don't lead nowhere, it leads nowhere. Just repetition, right? It's not your knowledge, right? You are repeating. So you talk, but you don't get anything. Nothing happened. It's a 真的空性就是空了，空空的了。So to have this really, to have, you get it, in order to have it, then you must feel by yourself. You need to feel by yourself. Feel of what? Feeling of inherent existence of me. If it exists, what is its characteristic? How it looks like? What is its characteristic? What is its feature? How it looks like? What kind of color? What kind of shape? What kind of distinctive feature it has? Inherent existence of me. So first you have to identify this. In order to catch the thief called John, in order to catch him, you must first know who he is, right? Otherwise you can't catch him, right? First you have to have the idea of him, how he looks like, his color, his shape, his mass, length, body, right? All these things, you have to know him. Only then then you can catch it. Exactly the same. Inherent existence of I is like a thief, not a thief, very skillful thief. Not just one time, huh? All the time. He's a thief. Thief of what? Thief of steal all your happiness. All your happiness is still like this, all the time. So, in order to catch that thief, who steals all of our happiness, we must identify that thief. 这样听懂吗？首先我要 in order to 了解inherent existence 独立存在的我，拥有的我，这就inherent existence 所以这怎么了解？以前你before if you have intellectual understanding, very good intellectual understanding. Then if you don't have, you try to have the intellectual understanding. Then after you're having it, then sometimes it's not good to have an intellectual understanding. To have intellectual understanding, sometimes it's create an obstacle, yeah? Because you're stuck with intellectual understanding, you're stuck with your head. Then you think you know it. You know, it's like a drug, you know. It gives illusion, you know. You know it without knowing it. But really, it doesn't, you really know. Then it gives you are full, So it doesn't allow nectar to go in because the garbage is full, Even Buddha tried to put the nectar in, says, no, I'm full. Okay. No. So for this, you have to live aside with your whatever 你觉得你知道的 whatever you think, you know it, leave aside to become more receptive. You empty everything. Leave everything aside. Buddha teaches this teaching, holy teaching, not because he wants to teach us philosophy, No, he wants to liberate you. He wants to awaken you. You know, he wants to think, 你睡得很深，你要睡醒了。For that purpose, Buddha teaching, nothing else. Not because of philosophy. No, it's wrong. Yes, Buddhism has a deep philosophy, absolutely. Buddhism has everything. Living the life, philosophy, all these things are of living. But that's not the 佛说的佛法不是为了有这个咯。这个 you have to understand. So Buddha's intention. So how to do it? So you leave aside everything, whatever you think you leave aside. So you deal with your organic feeling, what your normal feeling. You deal with your feeling. So inherent existence of I is your feeling. 这是你的感觉吗？ Right? So you have to deal with, you have to deal with your feeling. If it's outside of your feeling, no matter how much tons of knowledge you have about emptiness, if it's not you relate with your feeling, nothing will. It's all I can say. If not, it's all the garbage. If it's not related with your feeling, it's all garbage. So it has to be related with your feeling. So how to relate with the feeling? So you have your own feeling. You don't need to have this kind of feeling. This feeling, how to relate, what I'm trying to say is, first, how to gain the idea of that thief, inherent existence of me. First to this thief, how to identify, how to gain understanding, how to know it, how he looks like, what is his character. This you have to know by yourself. Know by yourself. So this knowing. So you look at your feeling. You look at your feeling. Not just feeling of 这样有感觉的时候，这样有 when you have feeling of I did this, I made mistake, I'm suffering, I'm really fearful. This I, when you have that feeling, when you look at it, look at that feeling. This is the first and indispensable step towards realizing happiness. Is there other way? No. This is, you have to go through this. You have to. Even Buddha come here in front of you, as I yesterday said, what Buddha will do. Buddha will teach you how to look at it. You have to look this. Buddha will not look for you. Okay, I have this wisdom, and I put into you. You are ignorant, I take it, then I will put into you wisdom. Not like this. Buddha will show, you look, you have this eye, how you feeling, look. Only this way, Buddha liberate us. So looking at the feeling, just looking at the feeling, this I. So best time is, even when you meditate, you look at this feeling of I. I'm here meditating. It's I. You don't say, I don't have this feeling. You will have. Because you see, I'm here meditating. I'm here meditating, right? So you see, I'm here meditating. I. How it appears to you. Or what I explained previous time, that the best chance is when you have great fear or great excitement. That's the best chance. Fear or quietly, 今天投资啊 investment, going to drop down. 我的天哪！投资很恐惧会着了嘛，对不对？housing market down, my house will collapse. 哇，那很 the fearful, right? 那是最好的机会，修空性，了解你的真正的本质。那时候你要看，或是今天otherwise you feel like I got a promotion, I found a job, you feel 很开心，今天赚了10几万呢，投资，我很开心。我找到了一个真的 very idle partner， 很开心了。So that when you have high emotion of I, that's the best chance to know very well yourself. So at that time, you look at this I, feeling of I, how it appears. For me, as I used to say that, it's when I'm in the plane, I travel a lot. When I'm in plane, goes down, boom, 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 boom. When turbulence, that's the best chance. Fearful, very fearful. That's a very good opportunity to look at this I, fearful. Very good opportunity. Anyway, all the situations that give rise to you to have great fear or great excitement, that is the best chance. Yeah， 所以下次呢，你有这样的感觉时候，你马上让你说啊，这是很好的机会，我要看这我的感觉。有这样的话，你在修心经喽，真正的修心经喽，不是嘴巴修的，真正的你感觉上修的哦。所以so when you have that strong emotion of I, then that's how you look this I. Best opportunity to look at it. So at that time when you look at it, how you see, how you feel this I, then you see this inherent existence of I. 不存在的那个 I.很独立，我们说拥有的我，very strong desire. So at that time, it's the best opportunity to you catch it. Once you catch it, then the rest practice very easy. How you know you catch it? When you being able to catch this, understand this, when you understand this, then you will have two feelings, another two feelings. When you understand this, you have two feelings. What is it? One is great fear. Great fear. I mean the great fear. Tremendous fear. Everything is collapsing. Feel like everything is shaking, shaking from the core. Or you have tremendous joy. You will have either two feelings. Why greatest fear? The fear that you never have in your life. It's a tremendous fear. Why you have this fear? Because you think that I just everything that we base on and do in our life, that base is losing. Then you feel my whole existence is losing, I'm losing. You grip this to I, there's so much, me and mine, right? Then, with this, then you do everything in your life on the basis of this. But when you realize evidence, you are realizing this doesn't exist. So you are losing your whole identity. Wow, 很恐惧哦. I'm losing myself. But why is their samsara starts shaking? Whole samsara starts shaking. Whole samsara shaking. Because you're hit right at the heart of the samsara. no I. Wow, samsara shaking. Oh, some ego starts shaking. Oh, now he got me. Now he really struck at me. Otherwise, in the past, you say emptiness, emptiness. No, he is just striking at the shadow of ego. I'm ego comfortable. I'm staying here. He's just, striking my shadow. I'm here very comfortable. But this time, when you deal with your real feeling, no ego shakes. Oh, really? He got me. Now he feels like, from today onwards, I can't deceive him. So that's why it's shaking. After that, what happened? After that, this is the first feeling. Why feeling this kind of feeling? If you have not studied or practiced emptiness in the past life, then you have this kind of feeling. If you practice emptiness, shinjina, the previous life, many life, then when you realize this inherent existence of me, it won't give you the fear. But instead of it, then it gives you a tremendous sense of joy. Joy of what? Joy of, oh, you're missing your home so long. Now I finally being able to return back to my home. I miss so much. This is my real home. No self. So for your life, Kajal. But fear, this is just beginning. But later on, this fear. Fearful, why? Because ego get hurt. Ego, we start recognizing the criminal act of ego. But fear. But after this is just for a few minutes. After that, then you have everlasting joy. Everlasting joy. So, nirvana. So, in order to have the everlasting joy in nirvana, samsara needs to shake. Needs to shake. There is no very peaceful meditation. You don't reduce the quality of meditation to the, mind become very peaceful. No, don't reduce the quality of meditation to here. Because many people think, meditation. No, meditation is to awaken you, to know you fully, Go beyond. That's the meditation too. Meditation. So if you really want a transformative, you have to go through an inner revolution, really. Inner shift. When you have inner shift, then you will have this kind of 不同的感觉了. But don't take this very serious. Don't. But this, each person is different. Each person is different. But this kind of ganja sometimes happen a few days later when you do it. Sometimes many years later. Sometimes not necessarily in this life, in the next life, or it's just a matter of time. But you will definitely have this to ganja. But here, to have this, either way, first you to have this mindfulness when you have the high emotion of eye, feeling of eye, you look at it. That's why you see the Heart Sutra. No need to be like this and decide and sit like this. You can do, but also most important, when you go out, you have this feeling of very strong feeling in day-to-day life, having this fear. Best chance. Whenever you have fear, or whenever you have great excitement, at that time you look at it. Look at it. So this, so when you look at this, then when you have in your own experience inherent existence of me, I, in your own experience, when you feel, oh, this is me, then you can say whether it exists or does not exist. So this, in the past I went many times, so there are many reasons or logic to establish non-existence of this inherent existence of me. One of the reasons is easy, quite simple. As Buddha says, you go and search I. Go and try to find this I. 你去寻找啊，寻找这我要这个，我不要这个，我喜欢这个，我不喜欢这个，我在这里学佛打坐，这个你去寻找。You go and investigate to analyze it. So when you go to investigate, analyze it, again, not through intellectual understanding, not according to the already matter, predetermined, non-existent, not like that. You have to leave everything on head here, and then you go with your feeling, this I. And so you check, what is谁? You ask your own questions. You see, 我在哪里? Who am I? How I exist? Where is this I? Then you search. You search on your own accord. You search, you peel, you search from the skin. First you search from the skin. Search skin, then you go to the flesh, then you see its nerves, is your nerves, and organs, heart, lungs, kidney. You search, and you go to you try to find out this I in the bone marrow. You go at it. You do it as detailed as possible at the micros level. You search it, scan very detailed. 你去寻找真我。In meditation, your mind needs to be fully open. Don't have a prejudice, and don't have a paranoia. Paranoia? No, paranoia. Your mind has fully open. Don't say Buddha says this, Garupa says this, Nyingma says this, or this Shenzhou says this, and the Xiaochen said this. No. All this garbage, don't give up. Your mind open, fully open. In order to get real truth, your mind has to be fully open. No bias. Then that's what Buddha told us the four ways of four ways of searching the truth, in which all this talks about your mind needs to be very open to get the truth. So here, then with this, then you search. Oh, you search what's that? And you peel everything. You know. Then, no essence. Like onions. The best example is like onion, peel, onion remain, peel, 最后有什么？没有。It's absolutely the same. But this 没有那么，不要嘴巴说，你的感觉让你说。Your feeling tell you. Let your feeling tell you. Not other people, not from scripture. Let your feeling tell you. In order to have that feeling, you have to do on your own, your own homework. You have to do it. This Buddha will not do for you. The Guru will not do for you. A Sangha member cannot do for you. So this you have. That's why it's called self-realization. Self-realization. So this you do peel. Then after feeling everything, then you feel like no substance. No substance. That is the emptiness. Empty of substance. Empty of I. Empty of me. This is the究竟的体性。
什么叫 substance？
Substance，你知道 substance I the substance。
可以是我执吗？我执。
对，我知了。我知的那没有 substance。So when you realize, when you get there, then you reach to your light. Then 像佛一样 light comes. Not imagination, not big dreamer, dreaming, imagine. In reality, you really see the light. Not only after first you see, then you feel the light, then you become the light. That's why I'm saying see, feel, and be. That not necessarily other people can see. Or you see the light. No. And other people see you. Other people see it or not. It doesn't make any difference at all. It doesn't matter. You are not trying to make you are famous. You see this, you break out. It's not for the spiritual practice, right? For the political purpose, yes. For this, what is matters, you see the light. What does it mean by when Buddha shining light? The Buddha see the light, he will see the where? So there is no self. When you realize no self, then it's like you remove the clouds. You remove the clouds, and now you see the sunshine. It's like that. Inner sunshine, So this is, when you realize this, so that is called profound professional wisdom. You understand? Realize no self. That is called profound professional wisdom. That question raised by the Shariputra to the Avalokiteshvara. How to practice this? So this, how to practice this? here, how to practice this on the path of accumulation and preparation. Practice this. Oh. You see? And, so this is the when you practice this, just as explained this. When you practice this, you are practicing Heart Sutra. Whether you call it you are practicing Heart Sutra or not, but actually you are practicing Heart Sutra. Actually, you are juicing out. You are drinking the juice, really drinking the juice. With Dharma, you are drinking the juice. So when you practice this, you can say you are practicing all the Buddha Dharma. Or when you do this, all the Bodhisattva, gurus, they're all happy. They're all happy, very happy. So they're happy, and you have tremendous the merit you created. So when you think, I want to please Buddha, I want to please Bodhisattva, I want to please Guru, how to do it? Best thing that you can make all the Buddha, Bodhisattva, Guru happy for this meditation. Then when you do this, they bliss out. They're very happy. Because they want all in their mind 24 hours for you what they're thinking, or they're thinking for you to realize this. So yeah, so there's meditation. So there's a meditation. So right now we'll stop here. Yes. So we do dedication now. Yep. So when you do the dedication, also important to feel. In order to feel, it's very important. Dedication, you definitely have merit. That's for sure. Don't say, oh, I have nothing to dedicate. No, you have a tremendous, unbelievable amount of merit to have. Otherwise, you won't be here. You won't be as a human being. Among the human beings, you won't be come here. Very nice, wonderful place like Singapore. Billions of people suffering, right? Now, you are free from all this, you see? And then you have all this privilege. And physically health, even though you complain a lot, but in reality, you are healthy now, you are breathing, you have such a wonderful life. And then in addition, you came to contact with a qualified spiritual master like Chuta Rinpoche. And now we're being able to have the mind is okay. We try our best to study and meditate. We have all this facility. To have this, you need an ocean merit, otherwise you don't have it. So you have the immeasurable amount of merit. So you have something to dedicate. So when you dedicate, you think like this, or your merit, dedicate. Then including the merit that not only I have, I'm going to dedicate the merit that I'm going to create in the future, together with the merit that I created just now. Here, listening to the teaching and thinking, know what is merit. So I dedicate this merit according to this the meaning of the dedication word. You think, in addition, not only this merit, I dedicate my body, speech, and mind, my home, or my possession, everything what I have, I'm dedicated towards this cause. Due to the merit of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. Thus have I once heard the blessed one was saying in the right guild of the virtuous speak along with the great community of monks and the great community of Bodhisattvas. And at that time the blessed was entered the meditative absorption of various phenomena called the appearance of the profound. At that time as well, the noble Krishna, the Bodhisattva, the great being, ready beheld the practice of the profound possession of the strong itself, so that even the five aggregates endure inherent existence. Thereupon, through the Buddha's inspiration, the Venerable Buddha spoke to the noble Krishna, the Bodhisattva, the great being, said, how should any noble son who wishes to engage in the practice of profound possession of the strong? When this has been said, the noble Krishna, the Bodhisattva, the great being, spoke to the Venerable Buddha and said, Buddha, any noble son of the Buddha who wishes to engage in the practice of profound possession of the strong should clearly see this way. They should see correctly even that the fire is the empty of inherent existence. Form is empty, emptiness is form, and emptiness is form too is no other than emptiness. Likewise, the feeling, discrimination, the formation, and consciousness are all empty. Therefore, all phenomena are empty, they are without definite existence. They are not born, they do not see. They are not devout, they are not undevout. They are not deficient, and they are not complete. Therefore, Buddha, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no formation, no consciousness. There is no eyes, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. There is no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no texture, no mental objects. There is no eye element, so up to no mind element, including up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance, there is no extinction of ignorance, so up to no aging, death. Likewise, there is no suffering, origin, relation to path. There is no wisdom, no eternity, no eternity. Therefore, Buddha, since no suffering has no eternity, they rely on this profession of self. Having no aspiration in the mind, release and of the body. All the Buddhas found providing the three times awakening of therefore, one should know that the mantra of perfection of self, the mantra of the mantra the mantra that feels of is true because there is not accepted. The mantra of the protection of the soul is true. Sharir Buddha, the Sattva, great being, is trained in the protection of the soul in this way. They are the blessed and those married to the social and committed to the Buddha. The Bodhisattva, the great being, says, excellent, oh no child, it just so, it should be just so. One must practice the profound possession of wisdom, just as you have revealed for then even the Tathagata of the world. As the black sun is before, and the Buddha, the holy of the Bodhisattva, the great being, Oh, rejoice and highly praise the spoken word of the Okay. So, you just remember, when you Heart Sutra, you remember Heart Sutra. Remember this, and remember this all the time when you recite Heart Sutra. So, how you first you remember Heart Sutra consists 3 parts: title, paying homage, and the main body of Heart Sutra. So when you recite Heart Sutra, it's good to recite title. Normally you don't recite, I know. It's good to recite title. Not only recite title in Sanskrit language. Sanskrit. First you recite here. Title is here, right? Aya Bhagavati is here. So you recite this. When you recite this, what happened? Oh, you recite this before you recite Heart Sutra title. So when you recite this title, you get to benefit. You know? So that after that, then you do the this paying homage. I prostrate to the ayat. So after, so this, and then what do we have? There's 4 or 3. Title, paying homage, and then main body. Main body has 2, right? Background, knowledge, history to the Heart Sutra. So background, the history to the Heart Sutra has 2, common and uncommon. Common, let's start from the blessed one. Thus I have once heard from there. From there, the blessed one was staying in Rajgir, the watchers, along with the great community of monks and the great community of Bodhisattva. At that time, the blessed one entered the meditative absorption. Right? Up to the Bodhisattva and the great community of Bodhisattva. Up to here, then the common background history. So uncommon background history then start. And at that time, the blessed one entered the meditative absorption of various phenomena called the appearance of the profound. At that time as well, in the world of the Bodhisattva, the great being, clearly we have the practice of profound professional mystery step, and so that even the quality is empty of inherent existence. This is the uncommon background. Then the main discourse of Heart Sutra starts from there. So main discourse, as I said, composed of 4 points, right? The question raised by Avalokiteshvara, Shariputra. So this starts from where? Thereafter, through the Buddha's inspiration, the Venerable Shariputra spoke with Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and said, how should any noble son who wishes to engage in practice of profound professional wisdom sutra? That is the question raised by the Shariputra to the Avalokiteshvara. Then the second one, the answer by the Avalokiteshvara to the Shariputra is from here. When this has been said, the Nava Avalokiteshvara, from there on, all the way, all the way, all the way up to the on page 22, page 22, all the way up to the Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, the great being, should train in the profession of wisdom in this way. This is the answer given by Avalokiteshvara. The second answer. And third is what? The approval by Buddha. Approval of answer by Buddha. Right? So this is from where? Thereupon, the blessed one, Buddha. rose from that meditative absorption and commented the holy Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, saying, excellent, excellent, honorable child. It's just so, it should be just so. One must practice the profound compassion of wisdom, just as you have reviewed. But then even the Tathagatas will rejoice. Do you understand? So this is the approval answer. This is the Buddha's word that comes from Buddha's own word, mouth, holy mouth. And then the fourth one is what? Fourth element. All the followers rejoice and take it to their heart. That is, as the Buddha uttered this word, the Venerable Shariputra and Holy Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, along the entire assembly, including the words of God, human, asura, and Bhagava, all rejoice and highly praise the spoken by the Blessed One. So this is, so when you, so you, 这个记得啊，这个记得，这个你这一记得就有那 foundation 了 ，Heart Sutra foundation. So when you recite Heart Sutra, you must recall this. When you go to this, you can easily recall. This is your mind is very clear. You see, very clear. Then explain. So this question is what? Question raised. Now I'm going to the question. So question raised by Shariputra, right? How to practice the profound perfection of wisdom. Right? This is the question, how to practice. When the Shariputra raised this question, how to practice the profound perfection of wisdom. So this is not the question of the Shariputra only. It's not a question, it's a question of all the community. And question of all the Bodhisattva, and question of all our human beings with our question. This is our question. 不是说我怎么 how can I develop my wisdom, right? This is our question. So Buddha knows this question ahead of the time through his clairvoyance. He knows the universal question. Not only during that time, but in the future, the same question will raise, has to raise. So before you search the truth, you must raise the question. You must raise the question. Question that must come from you. It's not from somebody else. That's why Buddha didn't ask the question by Buddha himself. You see, Buddha can ask the question during that time, and answer, he can give the answer by himself, right? Buddha knowing why he instead of the easy eating, why he wrote this one? Right? He can eat straight away, right? Easy. Why go other way? There's a great purpose. There's a great meaning. Because he's very skillful. He don't want to put anything, outside influence. And he wants you to raise answer and get the answer, raise the question and get the answer. So Buddha is very skillful. That from his way with this raised question, give us total freedom of searching. Not that he made a ready-made package of spiritual package. Then you have to do this. So you understand this. So that's why you must have willpower to have a 怀疑, willpower. 先需要怀疑没关系don't in search of truth. First, to have a question means you doubt, right? So don't limit yourself. Don't let the other people to put limit on you. Don't let the other the community to put a limit on you. Don't bind yourself. You have to have a free spirit. If you really want to search the truth, you must have a free spirit. Very open, no bias, very open. Because you want to search the truth. And truth has to be established by oneself, searched by oneself. So that's why Buddha is very skillful. You see, he knows this is the question that will be rise in the mainstream of not only all the community during that Buddha's time. In the future, the same question will arise, which is actually true. We was saying that how to develop my wisdom, right? We用不同的字，可是the meaning is right. We don't 用这个 how to develop the profound professional wisdom. We don't use this, but what we are saying is the same. 师父怎么增广我那个智慧呢？对不对？So this is very good. We raise this question. You know, this is the biggest achievement. If you have this question, we all have this. This is the biggest achievement already. To get the answer, to have this question. Oh, we all ask this question. So it has. So this question. So how to develop the profound professional wisdom. That refers to where? Wisdom realizing emptiness. Wisdom realizing emptiness. So wisdom realizing emptiness, why it's called profound? Because emptiness is very difficult to understand. Once you understand, it leads you to be fully awakened. Liberation. But that's why it's profound. Why it's called perfection? Because it leads you towards your perfection, towards your life, inner life. That's why it's perfection, right? So the wisdom realizing emptiness. So this question arises. So the wisdom realizing emptiness, that I explained this morning. So when you realize your emptiness through this meditation, your own emptiness, then when you realize this, don't think that I just realized my own emptiness. When you realize this, you realize emptiness of all the other beings. You realize emptiness of all the phenomena. You know, the Buddha said that viewer of one is viewer of a whole phenomena. And that's why I'm saying this realizing emptiness, wisdom realizing emptiness is the master key. That's why it locks all the door. So this question arises. Then second one, Avalokiteshvara gives the answer. Right? Avalokiteshvara gives the answer. So the answer here, when this has been said, Nava Avalokiteshvara, the Buddha, the great being, spoke the Shariputra, and then noble son or noble daughter, who wishes to engage means to practice, engage in the profound professional wisdom, should clearly see this way. See which way? They should see perfectly that even the five aggregates are empty of inherent existence. You see, this is they all are the answer, from there. So answer very long, right? Answer long. So this answer give 5 answers. How to practice the professional wisdom at the level of accumulation, part of accumulation. Second answer is how to practice this when you go further. You know, part of accumulation, when you reach to the part of preparation. How to practice the part of wisdom, profound professional wisdom at the part of preparation. Second answer. Third answer is how to practice this when you are on the path of seeing, go deeper, when you reach to the seeing, how to practice this. No, how to practice this, yes. Then the fourth answer, the how to practice the profound professional wisdom when you go more further, when you reach to the path of meditation. Fourth path, how to practice it. Then when you go further, reach to the path of normal learning, how the wisdom, your professional wisdom, you are going to use to benefit all sentient beings. You know, so the first answer is from where? When this has been said, the noble Teshwara, the Bodhisattva, great being, Shariputra, and Navasana, the daughter who engage in the practice of profound professional wisdom, should see clearly this way. They should see perfectly that even the 5 aggregates are empty of inherent existence. Up to here. Now, from here, so what here? It's all talk about emptiness. Here, when you say, before you see, daughter who wishes to engage the professional wisdom should see this way. How to see? See. So Buddha, you're here, very clear. See this way, not to only hear. No, see means you practice. You have to see by yourself, not to only to listen only. You see, very clear. To see, so it means you have to see. Not Buddha is going to help you to see it. So no, teacher is not going to see it, help you to see it. That means to see, you have to see it. Just see here, as we did, I'm going to have meditation together this morning, to see by yourself. So see this way. They should perfectly see even the 5 aggregate empty of inherent existence. Even this means before 5 aggregate, before you see the 5 aggregate, even means what? The inherent of existence, 5 aggregate. Even the 5 aggregate means something is already established, empty of inherent existence, right? So the I, or me or self, is empty of inherently existent. That even include what? I. So, and the 5 aggregate are empty of inherent existence. The 5 aggregate is what? This is also very important to know. 5 aggregate, we're talking about 5 aggregate. 5 aggregate that constitutes so-called I am person. This 5 aggregate constitutes a person. I am me. So the 5 aggregate means first aggregate what? Aggregate of form, right? Then aggregate of feeling. The third one is aggregate of discrimination. Fourth one is aggregate of
Perception.
Compositional factor. Compositional factor. So fifth one is the aggregate of consciousness. Aggregate of consciousness. So the first one, aggregate of form, let me see. So, how you relate to yourself, how you relate with other people, how you communicate, how you identify other people, how you identify yourself other people. They are two on the basis. One is on the basis of your body and mind, then you identify I, right? Right? So, yeah, and other people saying, how you constitute, you are composed by two things, your body and your mind. You put it in a simple way, your body and your mind. You understand? When you say you're talking about normally your body or your mind. Other people say. So, body is called aggregate of form. Mind, your mind refers to aggregate of feeling, discrimination, composition of factor, consciousness. So the remaining four are mind. You understand? First you 记得这儿。When you say five aggregate, 第一个是讲我的身体。剩下四个讲我的那心。那心有51种心。Mind has 51 mental factors. Actually, mind has two: primary mind and secondary mind. So the secondary mind has 51. Secondary mind. Primary mind has just one consciousness. Primary. So the secondary mind, 51 among 51, most important and what that makes different in our life in terms of emotional wise at the level of the thoughts and emotion. Most important thing is our feeling. You see, right? That's why among the 51 different kind of the mind, Buddha put feeling first. You see, we're all fighting for feeling. We're all fighting for feeling. We survive with the feeling. The feeling is the most important, number one. You see, we attach. You see, I attach to that thing, that car, that house, that person, that environment. That why you say? Because even you say this, actually you are attached to your feeling. Because why? Because this environment gives me good feeling. You see? Well, why you love this the thing? Because when I meet this thing, it gives me a good feeling. So basically, you attach to where? Not to that car or that cosmetic thing, Actually, you attach to where? You attach to your feeling. So that in our life, you see, we're fighting, lots of conflict. For what ways? For the feeling. For feeling. Feeling is the source of conflict. All the major world war from the war, why? On the basis of feeling. War for, also war for on the basis of feeling. Individual conflict or person to person also about feeling. Individual to individual, oneself, within oneself, lot of civil war, you see. Within oneself, not other people, even oneself. Civil war. Oh, today, okay. So with this, I feel tomorrow, Let's say, 很头痛啊，对不对？很头痛，我也不晓得要做什么。Because it's all feelings. It's all about feelings. That's why, whether you see, out of the 51 types of mind, Buddha, why put the feeling first? Among all this. You understand? Oh, so the feeling. Then why Buddha, after feeling, number one, after feeling, why Buddha put out of this 51, after feeling, which meta state Buddha put discrimination, right? Discrimination. Discrimination is very powerful because feeling comes from where? Your feeling comes from where? Your feeling comes from the discrimination, your perception. So discrimination means the mind, mental state that distinguish that person or things or even in our life from the other. You judge, this is right, this is wrong. Discrimination, you have it, So you say, this is nice. When you say this is nice, then feeling good. You see, when you say discrimination, you say, oh, this is not good. Oh, that, as a result, it brings a bad feeling. So the discrimination state of the mind is the key driving force that determines what kind of the feeling it brings. Also, the feeling of this discrimination is the main factor also cause the feeling and or the good side or the bad side, or the destruction or the construction. Discrimination brings. If you have a good discrimination, to discriminate the bad and the good, then it constructive. It leads you. But if you made a bad discrimination, then it brings you down. Most of the time, bad discrimination. If I use the modern word, choice, decision, bad decision, you see. If you make bad decision, then you have to experience that effect of that decision. If you made a wrong choice, you have to experience the consequence of that wrong choice. Right? So it is decision making, very important. Most of the time we make wrong decision. Why wrong decision? You say one's view and one's expression, one's is very important. I'm the right, that's how you got wrong. So that creates conflict. All the major in the world, look at the history. Why the war waged against all the different the religion. One say, you see, I'm the wrong, rest are you. I'm the right, rest you are wrong. And then not me to respect you. All of you have to respect to me, not me to fit into you. All of you have to fit into me. So this is wrong decision, huh? So here, that's why Buddha says, no, these two things, feeling out of many infinite mental state, then out of major 51 state of the mind, why Buddha put first feeling first and then discrimination? Yeah. So there are many things to talk anyway. I have to finish a little bit now. So this discrimination. So that's the second. The third one is what? Compositional factor. Here compositional factor means there are 21 mental states. Out of 21 states, your feeling and discrimination finished. Then left 49, right? So all these 49 included into the compositional factor. Compositional factor. Mental factor. No? No.明年我来长一点，久一点，有固定的有开课，固定的每个星期有固定的开课。那时候我想要讲the mental function and the classification and how it works, the mechanism of how mind works in detail. Anyway, so that's one. And then the fourth aggregate is what? Aggregate of consciousness, right? Aggregate of consciousness. Aggregate of consciousness means that is the primary mind. 51 state of the mind is secondary mind. So the primary mind is actually 5. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness. This general consciousness. So anyway, you just remember when you say 5 aggregate, don't need to get confused. Oh, how do I understand this? No. First you recall. It talks about my body and my mind. Simple, huh? My body and my mind. So when you say aggregate of form, you see like you're talking about your body. So when you say your body, not other body, when you say whether your body, you have to concentrate on you. So when you say then feeling, discrimination, compositional factor, consciousness. So they say they're all talking about my mind. So that's why these five aggregate, they constitute who you are. You know, it's composed in an element of who you are. So here, before you know the emptiness of 5 aggregate, before you know the emptiness of 5 aggregate, you need to know the emptiness of I. Because emptiness of I is easier to realize the emptiness of 5 aggregate. Meaning that it's easier to realize the empty of inherent existence of me than easier to understand emptiness of inherent existence of my body and my mind. That's more difficult. First, once you understand emptiness, first you try to understand my emptiness, me, as a person, as a being. You know, because it's easier to understand. So this one, that's why this morning we established, we talk about emptiness of I or me or the self. You understand? So here, the Shariputra's answer part of preparation from when this has been said, from there up to they are not complete. When this has been said, they are not complete. This is the emptiness. Not this one. So, practicing the emptiness. Perform professional wisdom on the level of the accumulation and preparation from here. Then here, from therefore Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, I'm confused. So, here. From here, huh? Answer from the Avalokiteshvara, how to practice this profound professional wisdom at the level of the path of accumulation and preparation is from they are going through the Buddha's inspiration all the way to the even the five aggregator empty of inherent existence. Up to here. Then five aggregator. So I have to go. Normally, when I teach, I have to go after explaining the emptiness of I or me, then has to go to explaining the emptiness of the form, feeling, then discrimination, then composition of factor, then consciousness. Why? Because when you not understand the emptiness of feeling, you're being able to detach. You're able to overcome the attachment to the feeling. So when you're being able to see the feeling, when you talk about the feeling, emptiness of the feeling, then you know there's nothing to attach to the feeling. It's just an emotional bubble. No any substance that is not worthwhile to attach to it. And then the discrimination, then the composition of factors or this form. But I'm explaining here a little bit. Then from here, the second answer is coming from form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is no other than form, form too is no other than emptiness. Okay, so actually all the Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra is what? Quintessential, right? Essence of the essence of all the Buddhist scripture is Heart Sutra. Then essence of the Heart Sutra is what? Essence of the Heart Sutra is form is empty, emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. So this one. This is the essence of the Heart Sutra. Okay. So then you say, you need to know form is empty, emptiness is form, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. 你会念中文吗？
是不以空，空不以色，色即是空，空即是色。
哦，对，非常好。所以this is the essence of Heart Sutra. So what is form is emptiness. Okay, form is emptiness. So form refers to where? Form refers to your body. Okay, I'm focusing on the body. Normally form refers to where? Form refers to from the star, sun, moon, ocean, river, hill, and things that you can see with the shape and color, things that all the objects of our senses, the sound, the smell, the texture, everything falls into the aggregator form. Okay, so the main thing Buddha talk about form is refers to our body. Form is emptiness. So the form is emptiness. So there's Buddha's saying that your body is empty of inherent existence. Actually, this form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness no other than form, form is emptiness, form is no other than emptiness. This talks about the four profundities. Four profundities of the form. Four profundities. First profundity is the ultimate nature of our body. Ultimate nature of our body. This is first profundity. Second one is profundity of the first one is profundity of the ultimate nature of the form. Second one is profundity of the conventional nature of our body. Conventional nature of our body. Third one is the profundity of the being same entity, being our body is being in the profundity of being in the same entity of the ultimate truth and conventional truth of our body. But different, but not identical. Not identical. Fourth one is the profundity of the nominical profundity of the body's conventional phenomena, ultimate phenomena are nominally different, separate. Nominally separate, different. Oh, what I'm talking about. Yeah, this that's why it's a profundity. So okay, but it can definitely understandable. Okay, understandable. In order to, so this one goes very deep, very good deep. That's why this called profundity, profound, as I explained. Very difficult to understand, but once you understand, bang. Then everything is what I call inner Big Bang that happened. Then total liberation, that's it. So that among these four profundities, in order to realize and understand the profundity of the separate, nominally separate our ultimate nature and conventional nature of our body, then you need to know the third profundity. Profundity of the same nature of our body's ultimate nature and conventional nature. But not identical. In order to know this third profundity, you have to know the second profundity. Second profundity is what? The profundity of the conventional nature of the body. To know this, first you need to know the profundity of the ultimate nature of the body. So I explained the first ultimate nature of the body, conventional. So this is, we do the so here, ultimate nature of our body. Actually, before this needs to explain the true truth. True truth. So I'm here going towards not intellectual way, not philosophical way. It's more like practical, the meditative way, So this here, so you have to say, okay, you see my body. So your body, which one is your body? You say 我的身体，啊，你有很大的执着对你的身体，我的身体，对不对？啊，为了我的身体，我什么都敢做。所以你这是我的身体 ，my body. So which one? When you don't ask question, you feel like you have a clear picture. What are you talking about? My body. I'm very clear. I want to be a beautiful body. Fitness, you feel like. But you say your body. Because which one? When you say this head is not your body. If head is your body, is this your body? If head is your body, then when this hand is also your body, right? And then this leg is also your body, lungs is also. Then you have many bodies. This is not the body, it's the part of the body, right? Head is not the body, but the part of the body. So which one is your body? Okay, these are my part of body, not my body. So you might, what do you think? My body is what? Oh, maybe not this individual, but collection of all this, right? Head and arms and all this. Collection of all this. My part of my body is the body. So which one? Can you pinpoint? Oh, you might say, oh, this whole. Okay, whole, are you sure? Okay, then has to be whole? If yes, then you say, suppose if you lost your leg, huh? You lost your right leg. You have your body still? Huh? You still have a body, right? But not completely, you see? But okay, your body is still there. Then you said it's well very detailed, huh? And then lost second the part of your leg. Still, you see, still you in your mind you feel like my body you have feeling. So actually, when you go detail, you couldn't find really so-called your object of attachment. This you couldn't find it. So even you see these individuals are not my body, but the collection is my body. All this, everything. It doesn't make sense. Collection of non-body become body. Can you become the collection of non-sheep? Collect means non-sheep. Can it become a sheep? Collection of many non-sheep. So this when you search, you love your body, attached so much, you go to search your body, When you search, you can search from the gross level, your body where they consist of many these tissues, right? Cells, molecules, right? Huh? So when this, so you try to search this blood cell and all these things, you would try to figure out, you pinpoint that point, this is your body. The many molecules. Molecules itself composed of many cells. a cell or molecule, atoms, electron, proton, then small particle, even this small particle, when you try to search, then no substance. It's energy. That's why when you burn your body, you cherish so much your body. When you burn your body, ashes, you see, no substance. Right? So why we have this feeling so attached? Because you see, they deceived. We all know that. When you 打扮了，平常你没有那么对自己的身体或者是对别人的他们没有穿什么，没有那么执着那打扮一下，穿得比较 sexy 穿得比较 sexy 比较打扮attachment stronger attachment stronger. But you see, there's no inherently substantially beautiful. No. If substantially beautiful, then whenever your body 不需要打扮不需要穿什么 sexy clothes你看到就谁看到这是 very beautiful. No, the way the clothes you wear makes different. 打扮 make different. You know? So if you don't wear these sexy clothes, no cosmetic, you just live as it is. 早上一起床 then you see, you really develop attachment. You see, even that, forget about this. It's just the skin. You peel the skin, oh, mamma mia. You see, just peel a little bit skin. 整个都露出来了 reality. Because that's why this thing, because form is empty. There's the level of inherent existence of beautiful. If there's inherent existence of beautiful, always beautiful, no matter what condition. 24 hours is beautiful. Any location, without again, whoever look at it, anytime, very beautiful. But that's not the case. So we're trapped in this, what we call deception. We're trapped in this deception, really stuck. That's why 佛帮我们要好好的看咯，不要醉咯，don't eat the dark. 你要好好的看。But Buddha is not condemning the body, never condemning the body. Buddha always advised this precious human body, you see. Not condemning, don't get me wrong. Buddha is showing the reality of the body. So, 这样的话，你看得懂，放得下。See? So, this is body. So you just analyze like this. So when you analyze like this, then you know empty of inherent existence of my body. When you know to your body, when you meditate like this, then you apply this perception, this attitude. this understanding to the other. Okay. Then you won't buy right away. You normally would buy. Oh, you really buy. Not only buy, then you meditate a lot. Right? Meditate a lot, then this so-called attachment increase. It depends on how deeply you meditate. And then you see, I think we have a strong connection. I don't know if this is strong connection or not. It's because of your deeply meditation, you are very skillful in it. You see? So this mechanism of the mind, how it works. You see? So Buddha says that when you understand this body, you meditate like this, when you see you go this matter, something like this, where you reach your innate beautiful body. Innate beautiful body. That body, whoever look at it, whoa, mamma mia, all the time beautiful. Without cosmetic, without this clothes to add the raw body, your organic one. Whoever look, even when you look at, you don't satisfy it. Or you want to look constantly, how beautiful I am. So then you love yourself. When you love yourself, others love yourself so much. First, you have to love yourself. Yes. That's why Buddha, when he says form is emptiness, and Buddha is talking about all this reality of the form, but not that Buddha is not condemning. People misunderstand this. Some people misunderstand. Not some, many people misunderstand. This also, this religion, Buddhist religion, is pessimistic towards the life. Buddhism said neither pessimistic nor optimistic, it's a realistic. You see? So this helps you, this meditation. This form is empty means, that's what I'm saying. Form, your body that appears to your mind is not exist. Way it appears to your mind is not exist. It's empty of inherent existence. Empty of inherent existence. So, when you search this, your body, what do you go? Try to locate. And good thing first you try to find your body. So, you see, my body is made up of many different these skins, bloods, the nerves, bone marrow, and all these things. So where this comes from? You have to go to care. Flesh, where? Flesh is made up of many tissues, right? Tissue, molecules. Molecule, atom, proton, neutron. Then where this most subtle, you call it is the God particle. And then when you even just try to locate this, find this, then this no substance, energy. So where's that body? So you meditate like this. So the space, you enter in a very empty space. When you search, so That empty space, when you search, is empty of inherent existence of your body. That's called empty. Form is empty. That's called form is empty. Then form is empty. Then emptiness is form, second one, right? Emptiness is form. So what does it mean by emptiness is form? Emptiness is form means, so when you search your body, hereditary, the blood is made of this tissue, when you go to tissue, made of molecule, made of atom property. Then last, most subtle particle, when you search it, it disappeared. No substance, empty space. Empty. This form is empty. So emptiness is form. Tell me why it is empty. Why it is a form? I can see. Body is not empty. Yeah, total. Where is emptiness? I feel there's the body, right? There's a shape and there's a color. So that's form. Buddha said, body is not non-existent. Body does exist. Body does exist. But it doesn't exist where you think you exist. It doesn't exist where you see, where you think. It doesn't exist in that way. So how body from this emptiness? That's why when you search the body, you couldn't find. It's where it's at the end you empty like space, not as substance. But then emptiness is, Buddha doesn't mean that body doesn't exist. Body does exist. How it exists? Emptiness is form. This your body is the manifestation of the emptiness. The second profundity here comes. Manifestation of the emptiness. That's why in easy way to understand is, you see, easier way to understand is where your body comes from. Where your body comes from. Your body comes from your baby when you're born from mother's womb, right? That's your origin of your body. Where this baby comes from, body of the baby. Body of the baby, when you trace, then comes from where? Comes from the union of the eggs and the sperm, right? Where in mother's womb, right? That union, how you call it in English? This union of the fetus. Fetus or something, right? That liquid from the father, the semen, and from mother, the eggs, right? That's the origin, right, of your body. Well, we very to tell, So this when you say eggs and then the eggs and the sperm, right? So when you say egg and sperm union, without two union, there is no body. Body won't produce. So the one part of egg, for example, is sperm. Sperm, which one is really? So it made of many particles, right? Cells, right? When you call it a cell, the most subtle particle, there's another name. the cell, the most subtlest cell, the source. There's a name anyway. So this particle, when you further investigate, then there is no substance, it's energy. You see, it's within the space. So there's no substance. Then, but this energy come together, concentrated, then it gives rise to the illusion of substance. So this you can understand when at the time. So where it comes from? It comes from empty space. So at the end, when so-called when we die, when we leave our consciousness from our body, leaves, so our body burns, right? Ashes. Where it dissolved in the emptiness, like a space. So it goes from the same, it comes from the same source. Emptiness, you can imagine like, you can take example like space and the body, you know. Space is the origin of the body, where it comes from. And from there, space also provide body not only came into being, it provide a room for body to grow. If there is no space, body can grow. Cannot, right? If there is no space, body cannot grow, right? So this space, not only the source of the body, but also it gives a room for the body to grow. At the end, body dismantled, declines, right? 烧了，就不见了。不见是不是去哪个地方 body? Is went somewhere? No, here. It dissolved into the space. So this space is like a source of 根本来源 source where it comes from and source where it goes back. Original source. You understand? So from this, we can also, with this understanding, then you can apply to the emptiness. So that's why I'm saying form is emptiness, because when you search body, is end up in emptiness. That's why form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Then my body comes from where? From this emptiness. So body is the manifestation of my emptiness. Manifestation. And then third one is form is empty. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Emptiness is no other than form. So, meaning that your emptiness and your body, you can't separate. They are one taste. You cannot say, this is emptiness and this is form. Can you divide, separate? No, they are in one nature. It's just like this. Can you separate this? Okay, flower, this flower. What is the name of this flower? Orchid, This orchid, Orchid. Can you separate flower and this color? Can you separate? Can you separate this orchid flower and this color is what? Purple, Can you separate this purple and orchid flower? Cannot, right? They are in one test, When you separate, what is true? Then flower lost its own identity, right? When you try to, the moment you try to separate it from the color, you lost flower, right? So it's one nature, can't separate, right? Exactly the same. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Meaning that your ultimate nature, emptiness, and your body is one in nature. You can't separate. It's like a flower, or orchid flower. Your body is like orchid flower. The pink color. Not pink. What? This color, huh? Purple. Yeah, this purple, the color is like your emptiness. You can't separate. Purple is can't separate. That is means. You understand? You just 记得这 for the time being, then slowly it enriches. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Then form is no other than emptiness. You understand? So the same nature. But not identical. This color and this flower is identical? Huh? No, right? Not the same. Even though they are one taste, one nature, cannot separate. But is it identical? No. So that's why it comes the fourth profundity. What fourth profundity is? The form is empty, emptiness is form is empty, emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness. And then the third one, emptiness is no other than form. Right? Emptiness is no other than form. So for this means that there, even though this my body and my emptiness, my body is empty. When I searched, I couldn't find it. So emptiness is form, meaning that my body is the manifestation of emptiness, emptiness manifesting. And third, form is not other than emptiness, meaning that my body and my emptiness, one in taste, not separate. And your fourth one, emptiness is not other than form, means my body and emptiness is one in nature, but nomenically different. Nomenically different. Nomenically different. For example, the purple and this orchid flower is nomenically different. They have different names. You see, color, right? So orchid flower, right? If they are nomenically same, what happened? Then they are two identical. Then if two identical, then color of the, then the shape of the orchid, the shape of the orchid, the smell of the orchid is the same with the color. Is same, identical? No. Right? You see, the shape and the orchid also has a, not only has a color, but it has a shape. It has a smell. When you touch it, it has a textual feeling. You see, these are also the characteristics of the orchid flower, the features of the orchid flower, distinctive feature of the flower. So these are the same nature with the flower. You can differentiate. Can you, not only the color, but also this shape of the orchid. Can you differentiate, separate? No, the smell. But so they are same but not identical, nomenically different. Okay, you just satisfied with this few terminologies, because if you understand, then you just 成佛喽。今天，no more learning 了。
So that form, you don't have
Yes, but it's the same. It's the one place. When you say without form, then yes or no, same, okay? Because the emptiness is the emptiness. So, 佛教的特色都在这里。Not only there's no form, there's no emptiness. One way yes, one way no. Why? Because emptiness is the emptiness, you see. So, Buddha's very deep. There's nothing to you attached, basically saying that. When you say form is emptiness, okay, emptiness, then you start attaching to emptiness. It's inherent, you know. And Buddha says, no, that one is also emptiness. So it's very enlightening. That's why Buddha, when Buddha goes to search, Buddha goes to search, after he's seeing all these realities of the world, realities of the world, that the sickness, aging, dying, and the monk, Buddha wants to, this caused him to raise a question within him. I want to overcome this, right? I want to find the profound professional wisdom. So, Buddha, in order to overcome all this, Buddha searched the answer. From first, Buddha searched the answer to the different teacher during that time. After living his palace life, Buddha, in order to search the truth, Buddha seek all the masters in that time. He did not go straight to the sincere meditation. He searched, answered. He's very open-minded. Saying that this Hindu, I don't want, no like this, He searched. Then he not only searched, he tested. He didn't satisfy with the answer. Because, okay, I'm going to deep, Still we have time, right? Yeah, okay. So we do some meditation. Okay, we do some meditation. But you you cheated. You recall this. First, I go for the religion. When you recite Heart Sutra, you recite first title, and then the information. Then you go through what background, common background to the Heart Sutra, uncommon background to the Heart Sutra. And then main body. So main body is first, when you read, you come across what? The question Shariputra raised. Right? Then when you come across what? Answer Avalokiteshvara giving. Right? So giving this answer 5 times. How to practice professional wisdom. This on the path of accumulation, preparation, seeing, meditation, and normal learning. Then at the end, towards the end, then you see the approval of the answer by Buddha. I explained right that part. After that, then you come across the happiness enjoyed by all the community, Bodhisattva and all this, and they take the address to the heart. You come across this. So you 记得这，然后呢，然后这里面最重要记得是 then you meditate on me or I or self, just as explained. After that, the main thing you in your mind to think here, even if you forget everything, those you don't forget, And then main thing is you 刚刚他说呢，form is empty, emptiness is form, form is no other than emptiness, and emptiness is no other than form. This, when you catch this, this is the Heart Sutra. Among the Heart Sutra, The most essence is this one. So when you say form is emptiness, you search your body. In that body ends up emptiness, no substances. Form is emptiness. You think like this. You say form is emptiness. You understand that? Then emptiness is form. You see, from this empty space, then this emptiness manifests in the aspect of your body form. Emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness, then you immediately recall your body and your emptiness is same in nature, cannot divide. Just remember the orchard. You know, the color. Purple and orchard flower cannot divide, same, one in nature. You know, when you recite this, form is not other than emptiness. Then when you recite that, emptiness is no other than form. They are the same, but nomenically different. You feel like they are nomenically different. Namely different. Okay, then we do some meditation together. First, I. So you see, here you. I'm pretty. 热，口也渴了。This is lesson from Rinpoche, Guru. So his way is mainly go to the meditation. You know, mainly go to the meditation. Normally I'm with the Rinpoche, you know. Don't think that he give all the instructions like that. No. And for me, the most striking thing I learned from my master is I learned everything in his silence. You know, his silence speaks a lot. You know, and different teacher has different way of teaching. For me, So, being his presence, so all the naturally, all these chatterings, you know, nonsense, you know, talking is dissolved, you know. So then is naturally to helps to go in, you know, go in. He's always like this, always like this. If not, then this prayer, prayer. When you do the prayer, not like this prayer, you know. All the time in meditation, all the time. All the time meditation. So there's this impact is so strong. I mean, you know, this silence, kind of. So we start meditating. Huh? So first we do this. Just looking at the feeling. Just look at the feeling. Especially you have the feeling of I here meditating, or I whatever, I'm female, I'm business, or whatever. The feeling related with the I. Then start searching this eye, starting from the skin, searching this eye. Yeah, whatever intellectual understanding you have, just leave aside. Don't say I don't exist. No, you have to open minded. Leave everything in your head, Whatever you think you know, you just leave aside. Then you sincerely or very openly, innocently, without knowing anything. You just want to find out who is this me or I. So you try to search, from the skin. You search with skin and flesh.